Hey guys, Cam for 15, joined by my co-host, the Red Wolf. We are back with another Bleach Thousand Year Blood War arc episode review for you guys, as we are winding down to the end of this show, and not the show, but this part of the show for part two. And interesting episode, cliffhanger. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. As we saw from the last episode, Oreo left and Ichigo is left, like in shock. I mean, I'm pretty sure at the same time he kind of expected it.
Yeah, which is what he kind of like figured out this week. Because this week you start off with the same cliffhanger where he's calling out to Uryu saying like, "Why are you doing this? What is going on?" and everything. And obviously Uryu's not talking and everything. But eventually they leave to go up to Squad Zero. Thanks to Orihime using her Saten Keshu, protects Orihime, Chad and Ichigo. And all of a sudden they end up, going down to the ground. This big blowback happens, and like there was buildings, not anymore. It's just like all destroyed.
Yeah. And this man just said to me in a message saying that he cannot stop staring at Orihime's.
Hey, listen. It's wide out in the open, my kid.
I mean, I can't blame him. I can't blame him.
They know. Listen, Kubo knows what he was doing with that design.
Yes. At least he's not trying to hide it like most other animes.
Clearly. So they kind of have a discussion. The three, characters kind of had a discussion about Uryu and everything. Obviously, they're all shocked about, Uryu, going over to the Quincy side. Although, Ichigo, he's like, why would he do this? Why? But Chad actually makes a good point. Chad does say like, well, he must have to have a good reason why he joined their side. So clearly there's some sort of reason. We don't know why he joined up with them. The only way, I guess, as fans we can take it is it's his heritage, but again, we probably know you would think he'd be responsible. Yuhabak would be responsible for Uryu's mother being killed because the whole fake Quincy shit and everything.
Is he the one responsible for it though?
Well, remember, she was like a half Quincy, and he took powers of people that weren't full-blooded Quincy's, that had Quincy's abilities.
Well, yeah, and Ichigo's mom was a full-blooded Quincy.
But she was tainted by blood because she ended up marrying a Soul Reaper.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out in the coming weeks, but we'll see. What is it? I forgot. There was one more Oh, you have a funny scene, or actually, you do have a scene where Ichigo he's kind of putting the pieces together and kind of understanding it a bit. You would think, honestly, I was actually kind of shocked how Ichigo kind of handled it after the reveal. Like, you would think like he'd be like a typical main shonen protagonist where they'd be like, why is he doing this? Why is he doing this? And everything. But honestly, he says that for like 2 lines and then he gets over it kind of simply.
Yeah, he'll just go like, I'll just go up to Ichigo and just drag him back here and make him tell us why.
Yeah, even when Chad made that whole thing like, well, he's got to have a good side. He has a good reason, and Ichigo's like, I'm still gonna do the same exact thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, that's when Uehara actually shows up, and that's when they get taken to Mayori's little workplace that they've been working on since basically the first Quincy attack. And basically what they're doing is they're making the canon thing that Kukaku typically was doing when she sent up Ichigo to other places and everything. And it's actually pretty interesting. Apparently Mayori's been working on it since then, and he also figured that the Quincy's would try to get to Squad Zero, which, okay, this man has epic foreshadowing. Okay.
Hmm.
But basically, the thing is, they don't have enough energy component and enough energy to do that. And also too, um, it's kind of the thing where my Uehara's like, well, it could work, but it also couldn't work.
Hmm.
But um, due to obviously our cat girl Yoraichi making her first appearance in the Thousand Year Blood War arc, finally.
It's about time. I've been waiting for her. It's
Well,
about time.
she basically get unless you want to explain to the audience, I can do it.
I'm just. Why wait so long?
What's Yoraichi?
Hmm?
It's Yoraichi.
Yororichi.
Yes,
Yororichi.
I know. I know. Keep critiquing. Denzel's favorite cat girl is back finally.
I don't know why, but lately I've been getting into girls that are part animals.
Is Denzel furry confirmed?
Does that really make me a furry if I like Raptalia?
Oh my god. Yeah, I think that calls you a furry, Denzel.
Mm, uh, am I a furry, guys? Let me know down in the comments because I'm not sure if that makes me a furry. Yeah. Raptalia has a raccoon tail and ears,
That's a furry.
but her body's mostly human.
I understand that, but she's a freaking demi-human, so technically they're furries. Denzel isn't a furries confirmed.
No, I'm not a furry. I also got into that to a certain foxtrot and a certain romance anime. Uh,
That's another story for another day.
yes, moving on.
Yoriichi's actually wearing a skirt now, not full pants. Anyways,
Yeah, what are you wearing, Yororichi? What are you wearing under there?
and she's covering for a reason. She has like this one thing. I'm like, well, listen, Yoriichi's good looking. Hey, she looks good in this new adaptation.
I kind of know what she'll be wearing underneath that actually.
Oh yeah, I've seen the manga panels now. If the anime does show that, mind you, the anime has to show it, unless they censor it. I could see them honestly censoring it if you know what, but if they don't censor it, dude, it's gonna be very interesting what the thumbnail might have to be for that episode whenever it comes.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, considering the form she will take, where she basically has nothing on, I don't know what that entails, obviously, but
I feel like that's gonna be revealed in part 3.
yeah.
Who knows? But anyways, yeah, Yoriichi along with Hiyori and the other visors, they collected like these Quincy like distortion points, so it can help power the cannon that Ichigo or Hime and Chad are going up to Area Zero to, I guess, go stop Uryu, Yuhabak, and Hoshwolf. Albeit it's be very interesting to see what Orihime and Chad can do, because I think at least Hoshwalt and Yuhabak, we know they're freaking strong.
Yeah.
So I guess, but then again, we were told that they got power ups, they got stronger in the world of the Iran cars, Waco Mundo. Also, too, we don't know if any other Iran cars are going to show up, like Grimjow or something like that.
I know Grimjow for a fact is gonna be involved in this.
So yeah, basically we're kind of left off that cliffhanger where Uehara's like, well, you guys ready to go to Squad Zero now? And that's where we're left off on that. We cut back to the battlefield, and we cut back to our good old boy Yumachika and I'm blanking on his name again. Just say it for me.
Are you Michika and Ikaku?
Yes, I know.
You don't remember Ikaku's name.
I blanked on his name, Ikaku. Um, Basically, they're going up against Giselle this episode. Oh my gosh! I'm gonna have to turn my things off because my phone's blowing up. But anyways, they're going up against Giselle, the one Arankar Quincy girl that's very airheaded like.
I wouldn't say airhead. She's just a yandere.
Yandere, airheaded, I guess all of that combined.
Uh-huh.
Now, what was the first damning quote they said to her?
Well, first they called out that she's trying to bluff them, obviously, and two, they called her a boy.
Mind you, the best part of the episodes was her his facial reactions, I guess.
You just called her her. I'm pretty sure he just said that to insult her.
Yeah. The facial reactions were absolutely hilarious by Giselle because the facial reaction like, Giselle did it like 3 times in this episode too.
Mm-hmm.
And everything, which it was absolutely hilarious. And yes, that's your thumbnail of this episode review. Because I could have put Hitsugaya at the end, but no. I had to put Giselle because Giselle's abilities are crazy. Now I don't know if there's any truth or merit that Giselle apparently is a dude. Please put that in the comment section to correct me if you're a Bleach fan. Please. If it's a dude and I see it in the comment section, then I'm gonna start calling Giselle a he, not a she.
Okay. Well, what happens next? Well, let me just say, my theory from a few reviews ago was indeed correct about her abilities and about what happened to Bambietta.
Go right ahead.
Yes, she calls out Bambi, and Bambietta comes down and starts blasting at Ikaku, and let's just say she's looking a little worse for wear right now.
Yes. What is Giselle's ability? Well, we know what I guess her true ability, I guess. Go ahead.
I guess zombification of some kind. Like
yeah,
like and she made a point that it's actually harder to do on Quincy's unless they're dead.
Yes.
So Bambietta's confirmed dead.
Well, yeah. Very interesting to say the least. Very interesting. Absolutely shocking to say the least that Bambietta is dead. So one of my favorite girls in anime I've seen is dead now.
Yeah, I'll be honest, they did her a little dirty. Like she was the first one to go down, and now she's a zombie.
Yeah, and we see how Giselle, like later in the episode, basically said, "Yeah, you should have seen how she acted when I killed her, and how much of a smile it brought to my face." And I'm just like, oh. And funny enough, Yumachika calls Giselle a dirty pervert, basically, and freaking Giselle was like, "You're gonna die for that. You want to know what it's like to feel?" Now we find out Giselle can also turn Soul Reapers into zombies. We'll get to Hitsugaya in a second. But the thing is, Giselle says, like, actually, it's kind of a lot easier to handle with you guys because all I gotta do is splatter my blood on you guys, and you guys will turn into zombies for me. So, again, we'll talk about Hitsugaya in a second. But then a bright blinding light shows up. And who is it?
It was Mayuri.
Yeah,
and his faithful assistant robot girl. I think she's a robot girl. I have no idea what she is.
Nemu.
Yeah, I mean, I know her name. I just don't know what she is. I mean, is she a robot or is she
android?
The difference being
faithful servant, something that Jiro couldn't do with 17 and 18.
Moving on. Next question.
Yeah. Basically, that ends up happening. Mayuri shows up. You get another funny comedic face looking like image from Giselle, where Giselle's like, I can't see, and who the hell are you supposed to be? And obviously Mayuri's hyping his shit up because it's Mayuri. When does he? And
Mhm.
also I forgot to mention, Uehara says like, "Oh yes," because Ichigo compliments how like, even though Mayuri sounds crazy, frick, at least Mayuri's pretty smart actually. And freaking Uehara
Mhm.
was like, "Oh yes, he is pretty smart, but he's only second best to me, obviously." I'm like, you're lucky Mayuri wasn't there to hear that, because he would have killed your ass. Um,
Actually, now that's a good question. Who would win in the fight, Mayuri or Urihara?
I don't know. I don't know at all. But very, very interesting to say the least, I guess. But well, freaking Mayuri, he's crafty. He's a crafty guy in his fights, like we see in this fight. Um, so basically, Bombietta also, you get this weird, I guess, disturbing like scene where Bombietta is like, give me more, give me more, give it all to me, please. I need it. I'm just saying, like, all right. I would move on from that scene. It was kind of disturbing, actually. I
Well,
was
kind of
like,
disturbing, and as for Giselle, she starts beating the hell out of her for that.
oh yeah, and was like, you got enough. You don't need no more, or something like that, basically.
It's kind of strange to see Bambiera in a submissive position.
And again,
Especially,
if Giselle is actually a dude, that sounds even more worse.
yeah.
But hey, nothing we can do about it. So yeah. Um,
Mhm.
anyways, Mayuri ends up fighting. Well, doesn't fight, but he gets chased after by Bombietta and Giselle, and then he drops like these bombs that ends up capturing Bombietta's little bomb attacks that blows up, and it blows up on them. And basically, it's kind of like a reishi containment type of device, that basically blows up after the reishi is contained. It blows up within 3 seconds, so that gets them shocked. But then, Bombietta shocks, and apparently, like, she took a whole squad. Now I think Ikaku and Lumachika said like there was familiar faces in that group.
They're from Squad 11, which is their squad.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Thank you for
Mhm.
clarifying that. So they're under their control, under Giselle's control, and basically just like Giselle's like, well, what are you gonna do now? You gonna fight your comrades since you think it's so easy to kill us? So you have to. So I'm guessing the thing is you're gonna have to kill Giselle to erase this zombification ability of hers or his.
The question is how do they kill her? Considering they would be able to cut her, but she would just be spreading her blood all over, and not only that, she'll just regenerate again.
That is true. Now, Mayuri kind of plays it off like, "Oh, I have too much of a good heart." That is a bullshit ass lie. He does
Mm-hmm.
not have heart.
He
He
doesn't.
was willing to torture random ass people to get what he wants, which he even says in this episode too. He's like, "See, after I defeat you, I'm gonna capture the both of you and study you," referring to Bombietta and Giselle. And I'm like, "Oh, here he goes with this. I'm gonna capture you and do experiments on you, line, because why not?" Um, so that's kind of the thing right then and there, and wonderful. UCLA just gave a touchdown.
Well, way to change the subject, dude.
Sorry, I got two games going on at one time. Anyways, um, as I was saying, as
Uh-huh.
oh, damn it.
Mhm.
Anyways, sorry.
Don't get sidetracked.
Who returns? Who returns?
Mm.
I have their names, but the people, at least, are this certain race.
Oh, some Arankars that were confirmed dead in the old seasons. which is some Iran cars.
Yes. Which is Dun Dordani, um, Alessandro del Sacchio. I don't know if I'm butchering the names. I was happy to see this girl back. Sarucci.
Well, I know you're. I'm not happy to see one of them back actually. That one that looks like a kid.
Oh.
I was not happy to see him. I found him annoying. I was glad when I was glad when, I was glad when Grimjow killed him. I was glad when Grimjow killed him.
I
But
completely
no,
forgot how that guy died, to be honest.
but no, they brought him back.
Wasn't his name Loopy?
I don't care what his name is.
And then Charlotte Schulhorn. So basically, 4 original Quincy's from when the Arankar arc first started off. We saw them fight against our Soul Reaper buddies. We know Ichigo fought the Latino looking guy who had respect for him.
Yeah, I think they're all Spanish. I don't know.
We know, and they make references to those moments. Lumachika remembers the freaking flamboyant one. Again, I completely forget. I don't exactly directly know their names. I just pulled it up on the Bleach wiki, but Lumachika was like getting pissed off because the dude couldn't remember Lumachika's name because he was, I guess, his way too flamboyant or something like that. Ikaku remembers the one guy clearly that my co-host was just talking about. You had the Latino looking dude, basically the one that had the most respect out of the 4 of them, or the other 3, that was willing to actually like give Ichigo a fair fight. He was talking about Ichigo, and then Sarucci was talking about Uryu, saying she wants to kick his ass basically for what he did to her. So I guess now she has an excuse to kick his ass. Now we find out Mayuri ended up bringing them back to life, so in a way he kind of did his own zombification.
Yeah, I just have a mean feeling that once all this is over with, he's just gonna kill them after it.
I highly doubt it. I think they're gonna be characters that work alongside the Soul Reapers now, basically. So, it's gonna be it's really cool to see all of them. So Kubo's bringing these characters back. Like these characters, you know, if you're gonna go with your final arc, apparently, because I don't know if this Hell arc in the manga might actually happen. You know, hey, bring these characters we haven't seen for quite a while, and of course it makes sense that Mayuri could bring these characters back to life, I guess. The way they show it is they kind of got like stitched up faces around their eyes and everything, or their faces. So yeah, and they end up just kicking ass. Like the one flamboyant character is like kicking Bombietta's ass easily. But then what is the cliffhanger that we're left off in this fight where Giselle is like,
yeah, I was left speechless about this. Toshiro comes up, but it turns out he's zombified. His skin is all dark. His eyes are widened with, I don't know. He has the Quincy outfit on. Yep, they're gonna have to fight Toshiro.
And Mayuri is like, oh, this actually might be a problem. So funny enough, it's kind of like I guess an homage to movie 3? It's either movie 2. If you don't know Bleach movie 2, basically
I have not watched the movie, so
you need to get on it. Movie 2 is basically where, I'll just say this, the Soul Society has to fight up against Toshiro. I won't spoil why, but it's an interesting reason to say the least. Anyways, now that Toshiro's a zombie, one, either he got turned to a zombie because Giselle used his or her blood on Toshiro, or Toshiro's dead.
Yeah, that's what's getting me thinking, because she says herself that it's harder to do on Quincy's unless they're dead. So what does that say for the Soul Reapers? Like, do they have to be dead to become a zombie, or does she just
like drop their blood? Because remember, she was about to do it on Lumachika and Ikaku, using her blood on them to turn them into zombies. So one of two things happen. A, somewhere off screen, Toshiro got killed.
Maybe.
Or Giselle found Toshiro. Toshiro got caught off guard, and probably Giselle splashed blood on Toshiro, turning him into a zombie.
Hmm.
So I don't know, but this is definitely a crazy turn of events that I did not see coming. Mind you, when I was watching this, I was kind of exhausted from the day I had today, so I didn't exactly react like probably how my coach did. Was like, oh, what the frick? But even then, I was just like, oh, jeez, are you serious? And going into next week, I think we're gonna be left off on a gosh darn cliffhanger, unless next week is the 1 hour special we're getting. I don't know. Honestly, to be honest, I don't know how many episodes we have left in this season of anime. Anyways, we still got to make the anime what we'll watch / review on the channel. But anyways, solid episode of Bleach. Can't wait to figure out what's going on next. So they're apparently gonna save Toshiro. Don't know.
Either save him or have to kill him.
I really doubt it. He's like a fan favorite character in Japan.
Yeah, I know. It will be interesting. It will be crazy if they have to kill him off.
Now the thing is, if they're able to turn him back, do you think that would be a way where they could be able to turn Bombietta back? Because then that means she should probably want to get revenge on Giselle for killing her like that, probably.
Well, the question is, will they even bother turning her back? Because she's technically still the enemy.
That is true, but if Bombietta is willing to help out, well, then I guess the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
We shall see. And I guess this whole zombification thing will also probably lead to Toshiro's apparent transformation that he might get.
Yes. Also, it's interesting. I was watching a video before I did this video. Do you think that Giselle could use the same technique on the Iran cars or no?
Maybe. Probably in the same way she did the Soul Reapers.
Probably. I don't know. But then again, Iran cars and Quincy's, they don't exactly mix with one another.
Yeah, neither the Soul Reapers and Quincy's. So, yeah, they're like, for one, we know that like Soul Reapers have like an immunity to like the holification, unlike Quincy's where they have none. Yes, so.
Well, they have more of a delayed reaction to the holification, because remember, we still had Soul Reapers turn into freaking get holified.
Yeah, well, Quincy's have none, so.
Anyways, that's basically it. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of Bleach. Apologize for getting this video out a lot later than usual, like super late at night. But listen, I had to get up at like 3 in the morning to drive out to freaking Redondo Beach in California to work in the morning, only to then get back home, eat, and then I obviously, after you eat, you typically have to take a nap because.
Not gonna lie, I ate way too much just now before we start recording. I gotta use those dumbbells and start doing some exercise.
You're telling me I went to Shakey's.
How much did you eat?
A lot. Yeah. Well, it is what it is. Anyways, catch you guys in the next video. Leave a like, put in the comment section. Hit that subscribe button. Almost to 800 subscribers. So share the video out. Subscribe if you want to get more Bleach content or any other anime content upload to the channel. So then, guys, stay safe out there. Have a great rest of your day, night, or whenever you channel this video. Peace.